Hey, any of you guys in there want to come sit in my chair today? Anybody? Nobody wants to come sit in my chair here? None of you? I mean, I'm giving you a golden opportunity to speak to, what, 50 million people? I can handle it. Okay, all right. So nobody wants to come sit in my chair today. Greetings, my friends. What happened? That's what we're going to try to find out. We're not going to be able to explain this away in one day. We're going to get close. We are not going to be able to come up with all the answers and solutions in one day, but I want to try to take you through today the night for me last night. Various thoughts that I had as things happened, beginning with my getting and receiving the exit polls at 5 o'clock. But first, let me tell you, small things beat big things yesterday. Conservatism, in my humble opinion, did not lose last night. It's just very difficult to beat Santa Claus. It is practically impossible to beat Santa Claus. People are not going to vote against Santa Claus, especially if the alternative is being your own Santa Claus. Now, everybody is jumping on Romney's chain today, getting in his chili. Look, he may have not been the most optimal candidate, but he's a fine man. He would have been great for this country. Mitt Romney and his family would have been the essence of exactly what this country needs. But what was Romney's recipe? Romney's recipe was the old standby American route to success, hard work. That gets sneered at. I'm sorry. In a country of children where the option is Santa Claus or work, what wins? Now, say what you want, but Romney did offer a vision of traditional America in his way. He put forth a great vision of traditional America, and it was rejected. It was rejected in favor of a guy who thinks that those who are working aren't doing enough to help those who aren't. And that resonated. The Obama campaign was about small stuff. War on women, binders, Big Bird, this kind of stuff. The Romney campaign was about big things. It was about America. It's mind-boggling to go through these exit polls. You want to hear a statistic that is somewhat surprising? Romney received 2.5 million fewer votes than McCain did. Now, who would have called that? Who in the world would have? Obama, I think Obama's vote tally was down 10 million from 2008, and we still lost. We lost 50 to 48 nationally. We were not able to build a turnout model that looked like 2004. Very, very puzzling. Something else, just stream of consciousness here. The usual suspects are out, and they're saying, well, Rush, what we got to do? We got to reach out now to the Hispanics, and we got to reach out to the minorities, blacks. We got to reach out. Okay, let me remind you of something. Just ask you a question. And we will be getting to your phone calls, of course, today. Will you weigh in on this? 800-282-2882 is the number. Let me take you back to the Republican convention. We had Suzanne Martinez, female Hispanic governor of New Mexico. We had Condoleezza Rice, African-American, former Secretary of State. Both of those people, eminently qualified, terrifically achieved. They have reached the pinnacles of their profession. We had Marco Rubio. We had a parade of minorities who have become successful Americans. And they all had a common story. Up from nothing. Hard work. Their parents sacrificed for them. And people are scratching. Now, why didn't that work, folks? Because the answer to that is our future. Why didn't it work? Some people say, well, Rush, we pandered. No, we didn't pander. Everybody says that we need to reach out to minorities. We have plenty of highly achieved minorities in our party, and they are in prominent positions. And they all have a common story. They all came from nothing. Their parents came from nothing. They worked hard. They told those stories with great pride. Those stories evoked tears and didn't work. And don't tell me that people didn't watch the convention. People didn't see it. I mean, there's a reason it doesn't work. I went to bed last night thinking we're outnumbered. I went to bed last night thinking all this discussion that we'd had about this election being the election that will tell us whether or not we've lost the country. I went to bed last night thinking we've lost the country. I don't know how else you look at this.